Hello, 40 out of 500,000 people. Hello. Okay. Well, let's jump into it. I found some time. Found some time today. So we will go live. Sorry about that, guys. No sound. Really need I really need to sleep. Just want to hear an update for Fairview. Okay. I'll call him. It won't ring. Not sure why. A lot of people are saying no sound.
Please your message for.
Well, maybe we'll just be on TikTok today because if people are saying no sound. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. A lot of people are saying no sound.
Richard, I don't know if you hear me or not, but looks like nobody's hearing. Okay. So I will end the stream and I will just if you can redo it again, because sometimes Discord lags. So I will end it right now and we just do it again.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the sound. I'm gonna try to do it. Looks like you've been on a dating show, really? I have not. Any audio?
Yes, there we hear you now.
That's weird.
Yeah, sometimes it lags like this.
Yeah.
Richard, I really need to sleep. If you don't mind me asking, if you can call Quaid and ask him about the Fairview inspection, because agent is asking, and I really need to go sleep because I have military service tomorrow.
Well, you know how Quaid is. Let's try.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Phone currently refuses to ring. FaceTime audio Quaid.
Starting a FaceTime audio call to Quaid.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, sorry, my phone won't ring. But Fairview, you guys walked that property. What do you think?
Fair. Yes, back. It looks like there's some flooring that needs to be taken care of from water damage.
Okay. Is it LVP or hardwood?
LVP.
Okay, not so bad.
I just don't know if we have to do anything with the subfloor below that, but there's two spots, one in the bathroom and I believe one in the kitchen area. I was going through the photos. I've been meaning to get back with the property manager. I don't know if there was a sewage issue in the basement, as it looked like there's remaining dirt for maybe a backup or something. So I'm trying to get clarification on that. The rest of it looked good. Wasn't a full inspection, but just from the photos and the videos that I got, looks decent outside of some of the flooring and the basement sewage.
Should we schedule an inspection on it?
I'm waiting on a commitment for this with the both Section 8s. I should have it here shortly. It's just I was looking to talk to the property manager again. Let me give him a ring and let me see if I get somebody's commitment. But yeah, just the basement and the two flooring sections is where I would have some seller credit requests.
Okay, cool. And then I guess for the triplex, we're just waiting to see if anybody's interested.
Right. Yeah. It's just I have one guy that might take it, but he's already wrapped up into a few deals. Just trying to find somebody that would want to build in Akron or just kind of around that area outside the current areas that we're in. I like it. It's just me just trying to get somebody commit to that area.
Sure. Totally understand. Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, let me know.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Richard.
All right. Text me. Bye-bye. Yeah. So he'll get back to me, Yusuf. That was nice.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Really appreciate it, Richard.
Absolutely. Text me. Okay. We have a small crowd today. How many new people here past week? How many people here from the past week? Past 2 weeks? How many people lost and confused? Who's anybody lost and confused right now? Anybody's just like, I'm drowning, man. I am drowning. I don't understand. I'm lost. Let's talk, man. This is what I'm here for. Me, but I'm not new. Okay, that's okay. Anybody can feel lost. Hit them up. What's going on? How can I help you today? This is for you.
Hi, thank you, Richard. I remember when we spoke to Dylan, I think his name is Dylan Garcia. Remember that?
The guy we brought on the other day?
Yeah, he wanted houses in Houston, and then there was you demonstrated how to find one, but I couldn't comp properties because Houston is a non-disclosure state.
That's
so
right.
What do you do?
That's right. Yeah, we use PropStream to comp in non-disclosure states because PropStream will give us the comps when other places won't.
Okay, and is PropStream a paid thing?
Yeah. PropStream's like my wand, dude. It's like I couldn't do business without it. Like I'd just be lost and confused without PropStream. So yeah, I just it's everything. It's like trying to write a book without a pen or a pencil. I just absolutely need PropStream.
Okay, noted. I'll pay for that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can look properties up, see their mortgage balance, and that should help a lot.
All right, thanks, Richard.
Is there anything else that you're confused about, man? Was it just how to comp in Texas?
Well, yeah, I think that's it so far.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Well, let me know in the comments if there's anything else I can help you out with, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Absolutely. How do I submit a 4-property portfolio on Buy Box Cartel? You just type #submit, and then you can submit them individually, and or you can submit them as a group. But yeah, frustrated with the buyer who backed out of my duplex in Cleveland. Yep, that's wholesale, man. That's wholesale. We don't have to spend anything to make money in this business, but sometimes deals can be pretty fragile. That's why it's important to make lots of calls. For Joanne Street, got hounded by the agent today. Stood firm. EMD is submitted. Oh, well, there we go. Sora, let's chat. Sora's got a $10,000 fee here. Now, Sora, as far as I remember, agent did not want to change the title company, but you called the title company. They're not really in control of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yo, bro, I got completely like barked on by the agent today, but I'm like, yo, this has no effect on the deal whatsoever. Everything's gonna go through. We just gotta switch title companies. And then she's like, oh, but it's already open at Alliance title. I'm like, it doesn't matter. All we have to do is just call Alliance and let them know, and they'll just switch everything over. And I did that, and all is well. They signed the addendum. EMD is submitted. So all that is good so far. We'll probably need another addendum just to extend the closing date. And now she's like throwing a shit fit now because we're gonna be late, quote unquote. And I'm like,
no,
yo, we could just another addendum.
Well,
like if
here's
anything.
the thing. So for future reference, title companies can transfer title work to other title companies.
Yeah.
So if it's already been started, great. We just
Yeah, exactly. That's what I told her. She's just, I don't know, it's emotional, I guess. But I got completely hounded. But look, this is the bullshit you got to deal with sometimes, man. And it's worth it. I don't care what anybody says. That's my TED talk for today.
Dude, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy. So this is
Thank
great,
you.
man. $10,000 in closing. This is really, really exciting. I'm super happy that that's been the case here. And you can totally do mortgage takeover in Grand Rapids. I haven't done one in Grand Rapids, but we did one I have one closing in Detroit today. That's about, 2 hours from Grand Rapids? Not far. Anyways, I need help to comp seller finance in Texas. I don't have PropStream here. I'm happy to help. Waiting on Joseph to pay the inspector. Well, if EMD is in, Sue, remember, they can't really do anything, but I'll ping Quaid. Let me ping Quaid about that. So I'll let him know, Sue, that you're waiting for that. So at Quaid, I think we should do at Quaid at Joseph. I think we're waiting for an inspector to be paid, question mark. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, Sora, really happy to hear that. I'm going to take some more questions now. Just starting. The stream popped up on my YouTube. Where do I begin? I'm ready. Welcome. You did the right thing showing up here. I am so happy that you're here. Stuck on doing things in my neighborhood in suburban New York. Remember, you don't need to stick with the place that you live. You can do this pretty much anywhere in the United States. Okay. Is this on your Memphis? But EMD is in. Guys, agents are like children throwing a tantrum, right? If earnest money is in, Sue, they had so many other reasons to cancel and they didn't. They can suck it up. We're getting there. We're getting there. Trying to make this, it's non-assignable. Okay, then we need to double close. I'll tell at Shell if the Memphis deal that Quaid and Joseph that Sue has is non-assignable, parentheses assignable. I think it is. We need to double close. Let me know if you need help with that, but the TCs should be able to do it easily, or we can do pass through funding. TC should also know about that. Really simple, really simple. It doesn't necessarily need to be assignable. But I think the agent would be able to do that. Maybe they'll make it assignable. Okay. Well, if they don't want it to fall through, hopefully. But it won't fall through regardless. Let me read this question. Do people really do business with you with that stash? No, I don't really have any followers or anybody that subscribes to anything that I offer. Anyways, next question here. Let's see, who is next? Probably Siriri. Hopefully I said that right. Siriri, I don't know how to say your name. Hello.
Hi, yeah, that's just a nickname. There's not really a good nickname for Serena, so I'm like, Siriri will do.
Oh, good.
Thanks for having me up. I didn't really have anything specific. I've been in the group for a couple months, and I feel like I kind of get the gist of like the different types of deals. I don't know. It's not that your group is amazing. I'm just like busy with school and like work, and I'm just like overwhelmed by everything.
I totally get it. It can definitely feel like that, especially with a complicated platform like Discord. Sometimes I think it's helpful to start with the most basic of basic things, and that's honestly ugly houses. So guys, honestly, regardless of what the comps show, and can you see my screen right now? Is that working? I should be pulling up Zillow.
We can see it.
Okay, perfect. So guys, let's go to Atlanta really quickly. Atlanta's a really hot spot for flipping houses. So I'm gonna show you probably the most basic of basic things that you can do in real estate that's going to yield you a deal. So everybody lock in. If you are a beginner, this is for you guys. So this is how I started. This is how I think anybody can start. The greater Atlanta area, like the whole, like Marietta, Atlanta, East Point, Lawrenceville, Duluth, Alpharetta, the entire thing is a good market. There are 16,000 houses for sale in the greater Atlanta metro area, which is an unbelievable amount of inventory. And if you were to put in a price filter of 250,000, yes, I'm sharing my screen on Discord right now. So we got probably about 150 people who are watching my screen share right now. You are welcome to watch my learn exactly how to do this business. Just click the link bio and join. Anyways, there's a saying in real estate. It comes from Brent Daniels. He says, ugly houses, big checks. And to boil it down completely, forget comps, forget cash on cash return, forget creative finance. If you've got an ugly house, chances are it can be renovated to turn into a beautiful property. And there are so many people like myself who would love to do that. So here's one. Now, this thing is listed for $198,000. What can I see? Well, it's really, really ugly, but the bones are still there, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody actually has already done the inside, kind of. Let's see if this is, so it is really ugly. It's really gross. And I think somebody would like to flip this thing. I just have to make sure that there's comps for a fix and flip around here. So I'm going to zoom in. I don't know if somebody wants to flip a house like this. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. That entirely depends on whether or not you have, we can find a better one, guys. I do want to illustrate that there's much uglier houses. So let's price high to low and let's try to find something just terrible. So I'm going to scroll until I find just the worst of the worst of the worst. So now, guys, let's skip 2-bed, 1-baths. Let's skip 2-bed, 1-baths. Not a super desirable type of property. What's this guy looking like? Cool. That's pretty ugly. Yeah. So let's zoom in here. Let's scroll through it. Yeah, it's really gross, guys. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. What the hell am I looking at? I don't even know what this type of building is. So this thing is just an absolute mess. Are people flipping houses here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's find out. Now, one thing that might save you a lot of time here is, does it look like anything else is listed for a higher price than this in this area? Nah, not really. So why don't we do this until we find something and around it looks like something is listed for a higher price. That's what I'd like. And I also want to see photos so that we can understand the renovation cost here. We're not clicking on anything that's renovated, just looking for the ugliest of ugly houses around. That's a rental property. You could pitch creative finance on that, but I want to start super basic for these people. So let's get rid of anything but houses here. Just looking at houses. And I'm going to scroll, and I'm just looking until something ugly catches my eyes. I haven't seen anything horrible yet. What's this? Are you gross? No, you're not very gross. Let's keep looking. Ugly houses, big checks. No foreclosures. That's a flip. What are you? Okay, we don't have any photos of the interior. This could be something. It looks pretty gross. Roof is shot. Prime fix and flip, short-term rental, Atlanta sought after Cascade neighborhood. Inside the perimeter, no HOA, sitting on nearly an acre. Property offers strong upside. Purchase at $250, estimated $100K rehab. Similar comps going from $470 to $650. Build an ADU in the backyard. Great. Yeah, so this is probably the one. This is a really ugly house. We can't see the interior. People think it's going to be about $100,000 rehab. When I say people, I largely just mean the realtor. So we're going to zoom in now and see if the realtor is making things up or if this is actually a renovation. Now, the reason I think the realtor might be making things up, well, maybe you can tell me. What do you see here? Any ideas? Anybody who's on stage? Does anything but check chat. Is it possible that I'm talking to people who might have paid me for my time and that I prioritize them? No. That's not possible. That wouldn't be it. No. And plus, your success is not dependent on the actions of yourself. It's more so dependent on me. So if you're not successful, it's my fault, not your fault. So you're right. I don't ever check chat. There's no chance that I'm talking to people who've paid for my time to prioritize. And honestly, whether or not you're successful isn't really about you. It's more so about me. So I apologize. My bad. Anyways, let's what I see here is no houses that are listed for more. Why is the most distressed property the most expensive property here? I don't know, but this time we'll check. So I'm going to remove all of our filters here and look at that. Actually, there are some more expensive houses. The neighbor's house is significantly more expensive. So let's draw around the boundary here. I'm just drawing around the neighborhood called Venetian Hills. And there we go. Well, maybe a little bit of a smaller area. Slightly smaller area. Don't want to go too far away from our subject property. Okay, so here's the house. And guys, this is exactly how I started. So you've got a $250,000 house. The description says $100,000 renovation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go from for sale to sold after I know what this thing is. Now, I don't have any square feet. Doesn't tell me what the square footage is. That's where I need PropStream, guys. So as I said, I literally am lost and confused without PropStream. I need PropStream. So I can see here that the square footage is 1250. Now I know. Okay, now we can comp. So we're looking for a 4.2, 1250 square feet. And I ideally want it to be a similar property. This is kind of like a 2-story box. So we're going to look for another 2-story box property. And let's go ahead and do past 12 months of sales. Past 12 months, and then let's price high to low. So 2-story brick looking ass box property, about 1,200 square feet. So we could put in a square footage filter, maybe square feet maximum. We'll look at 1,500. And then we just start scrolling. Now there's a ranch right here, which is kind of similar. It sold for $355. Okay, maybe I could consider that, but I ideally want it to be the same type of property, that interesting 2-story box. That says 100 square feet. It's definitely not 100 square feet, but we can kind of see that if a house gets renovated over here, it'll probably go for, we're a 4.2. These are 250. You got a 3.2 for 310. That's a fix and flip. 3.3 for 1,300. Okay, I mean, you know, you get a 340. I don't really know what the agent's talking about. You got this guy's kind of similar. I think this is kind of similar. It's built in 1940. It's sold for 350. It's a 4.3 with 1,156 square feet. That's pretty much what we are. Let's see how close it is. Oh, it's the neighbor's house. It's the neighbor's house. Then you've got this one, 1,400 square feet. So we'll grab some comps. I was hoping for a comp that looked just like this. I didn't really find that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the price per square foot. 250 is one price per square foot of a renovated house. Let's look at another price per square foot of a renovated house. Here's another renovated house. Doesn't tell me anything about it. I'm not sure I trust that. Doesn't tell me anything about it. I'm not sure I trust that. No. Where are you? Didn't we have another one right around here? Didn't we have another one? No. What about you? Yeah, we can use that. It doesn't tell me the square footage, though. I don't like that it doesn't tell me the square footage. I guess I'll look it up and find out the square footage, but I'm just looking for renovated comps, guys. So you have 1,500 square feet. Okay, that's within 250. I guess I could use that. That's a fix and flip. So that 393, it's kind of an outlier, though, but I guess we'll use it. 393 divided by 1,500. 393 divided by 1,500. That is 262 per square foot. 262. Starting to notice a bit of a trend in the price per square foots here. And did we already use you? We already used you. You are 250 per square foot. I think we already used that. 250. What else do we have? We've got this guy, and then that guy is sitting at 305. Cool. 305, and let's grab a low one. Let's grab a low one, guys. One that like doesn't necessarily agree with us. I'm gonna find one. Yeah, like this guy. Great. That guy got 227. Okay, so these numbers, 250, 262, 305, 227, these numbers are the price per square foot that renovated houses sold for in the area. That totals 1,044, but if we average it, the average price per square foot is about 261. So averaging the price per square foot of similar properties is something that realtors don't really know how to do. So we kind of have to do it for them. And then the square footage of this thing, I think they said 1,250. Let's find out. Okay. Yes, 1,250. So we'll multiply this by 1,250. So your reasonable after repair value is 326,000, and they've got an asking price of 249. The realtor, I don't even know what they're thinking. They're saying 475 to 650,000, which is a massive range. And then we just looked at the renovated houses. This property's ARV is 326,000. They're asking 250, and they say that the property is listed for needing $100,000 rehab. It's just, we're so far off of where we would need to be that nobody's ever going to pick this up. So we could call and we could make an offer on this thing, but honestly, it's going to be very far below list price. You know, I'd probably offer them about 120. I'm gonna be honest. I'll probably offer them about 120. Now, for all of the people who are on TikTok, it's really important that you understand that I'm selling access to my screen share and my time and attention to answer questions. So if you're under the impression that I have not printed out all of these checks and that perhaps all of these checks are from real estate investing and wholesaling real estate, hop in my Discord. It probably costs less than the vape that's in your pocket right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out, definitely. I'm gonna zoom out and I'm gonna see if I can find another one, because I just, you know, offering 120,000 for a house that's listed at 250, it will work from time to time, but you're making a lot of calls. And on some of these houses, maybe they're asking 200,000 and it works at 200, but it works better at 140. That's the type of deal that I'm looking for. So again, I zoom out, I draw around the entire area, and we see if we can do it again. And we look for that distressed house. And you can also use keywords to find it. Like TLC. The keyword TLC is really, really great. It means that the house needs work. So TLC stands for tender, loving care in real estate, and it means that the house is going to need some work. And look at this. Look at this. That looks good. That looks good. It looks like a moderate rehab. Cool. I like this. Looks like a moderate rehab, and it's priced really high. So I'm guessing that it has a very expensive after repair. Oh, it's in Old Fourth Ward. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice area. So let's go ahead and reset all of our filters. It's a 2.2, 1,200 square feet. I'd try to make it a 3.2, 1,200 square feet. Oh my God, your comps are going to be insane. So if we draw around here, guys, your comps on this property are going to be ridiculously high. So 400,000. Let's go from for sale to sold, and let's try to find a 3.2, 1,200 square feet with a similar appearance. I mean, this thing looks like a bungalow. It's a bungalow. And we're going to click sold, and then we'll put in our price. We'll put in our filter right here. Maybe we're looking at 1,500 maximum square feet. Nothing like this in the area. That's why it hasn't sold. So there's nothing like this in the area. Nobody's ever done anything like that. Now I'm going to try something drastic, guys. We're going to try something drastic here to uncover the really ugly properties. I'm going to put in a price filter of $175,000, and I'm just going to look at houses. And then, oh, looks like we need to go into the greater area. Here to here to here to here. Apply. And we're going to do, well, it's really not showing me any, but I know that there are properties for that. Max 2. Yeah, this is a glitch. So what's going on here is a glitch. This is not real. So we'll reload it. Yeah, I don't know why Zillow's does that sometimes. Sometimes Zillow's like, no, we don't have any houses for that price. And it's like, hey, but you're lying. Yes, you do. So we go around here, click apply, and then let's put in that other price point of 175. Oh my God, there's thousands of properties. Where did they come from? Wouldn't it have been nice if Zillow decided to show me those before? Look, here's one. Great, super ugly interior. It's in Decatur and it's under contract. So that's, somebody scooped that one up already. Let's keep looking. There's a condo. No condos, guys. No condos. We barely do anything with condos. Keep looking for that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, there's a nice ugly house. 8 days on Zillow. Cool. Let's zoom into it and see what we can find. So I'm going to make note of what the property is. Draw around the general neighborhood. So maybe here to here to here. Click apply, and then I'm going to go ahead and remove our filters and look at all the other expensive properties. So that's exactly what we're looking for, guys. This is exactly what we're looking for. It's a 175K house. You've got a 360K house next to it. Its dimensions are 5'2", 1,735 square feet. Really nice dimensions. Now I'm going to click sold. I also want to get I want to get the year built. This looks like a 70s house. Yes, it's a 1970s house. So let's look for 1985 and then all the way down to like 1955. 1985 max, 1955, and then square footage. We'll probably run, what did it say? I think it said, yeah, 1700. So there we go. We've got our filters. Now we click sold, and now we press high to low. Perfect. We are one of the nicest houses here. Time to start grabbing properties. All of these work. We can grab the highest ones in the area. This is really good. So that's a beautiful mid-century modern house. I love that. Looks like this sold for $234 per square foot. So I think I have something now. I think I've got something now. I'm feeling pretty confident about this. I feel good about the realtor's pricing as well. This guy sold for an unknown price per square foot. What are we going to do? We are going to go ahead and throw it into PropStream, figure out their price per square foot. This thing sold for $385 and they have a square footage of 1710. So do 385 divided by 1710. Price per square foot is $225. Starting to notice a trend. This guy right here, $390. Price per square foot, $197. Great. And we'll grab one more. The more, the better. The more you get, the more accurate it is. That's a 6'4", a little bit big. 8 beds, 3 baths. Holy shit! 8 beds, 3 baths. Are you kidding me? For $360K? Well, all right. And then you've got this guy right here, but he sold in 2024. I don't know if I like that. And also, wait a second. I forgot to put in my 12-month filter. Okay. So we've got this guy still, we've got this guy still, and now we have this guy still. And then this one's price per square foot. You've got 1566 square feet. You sold for $359. So 359 divided by 1556 is $230. Great. So we've got our price per square foot now. So on average, houses in this area sell for $221 per square foot. We are looking at 1735 square feet times 221. And this is a really good flip. 384 ARV. Any light bulb moments? Anybody like, I get it. Hopefully the person on stage we were talking to. Does that make sense? Serena, Serena's your name, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Fix and flips seem to make more sense to me than like a Section 8, just lowballing people. Fix and flips is kind of what I've mostly been looking at, but not really like calling.
Let's call on this. Now I've got 2 buyers off the top of my head, one Jesimar and one Kira. They've been looking hard for a fix and flip. This looks really good to me. So your after repair value is going to be $384,000, potentially even higher. So I'm feeling really good about this. We already have a massive spread. How much would the rehab cost here? It's bad, but it could be worse. Probably about 125,000. I guess about 125. Needs a lot. I'm gonna say 125. So the price to get this for is probably going to be this multiplied by 0.7, ARV times 0.7. Now we want to remember the 385. Help me remember 385,000, guys. That's the ARV. Take off 0.7, subtract your 125. Puts you at 144. They're asking 174. Anything below that becomes my profit. This is heat, guys. This is actually so heat. I fear that I'm worried about the competition on this, guys. I think the competition on this could be steep because of where it is and what it is. This is a prime fix and flip. So with 125K rehab, which I think is a very good estimate, I feel like it wouldn't go above that. We should be able to offer about 135 on this for 10K. Why are you following me on 8 accounts? What's up with that? Why are you spamming my chat, and why is it hard for you to realize that people are creating fake accounts for me to scam you for cryptocurrency? It's really clear, dude. Really clear. Really obvious. Bro just spams, why are you following me on 8 accounts? Why are you following me on 8 accounts? Why are you following me on 8 accounts? What do you think, bro? Guess. Use your intuition.
This is Sonia from Detroit Properties Realty.
Okay, so that's not who I want to talk to. I want to talk to the listing agent. So I'm going to look up the listing agent's name, realtor. And let's see if we can make her an offer. Gosh, y'all are making it very hard. So I guess I'll look this thing up on Zillow or PropStream and see if PropStream will give me a phone number. Sometimes they do. What? Okay, it's not updated on PropStream. Maybe there's another listing agent we can talk to. Perla Moscow. Okay. Perla Moscow, Realtor ATL. Virtual Properties Realty. Man, I don't want to talk to like a virtual assistant, man. I just want to talk to the realtor, but they make this so hard. I just need to get a hold of this woman right here. Perla, I don't know what that is. I don't feel good about Perla Moscow. 20-year realtor, great. Nubia. Do you have a phone number? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Great. Here we go.
Hello, this is Nubia.
Hi there, Nubia. My name is Richard. I was calling you about the Leisure Woods property in Decatur. I'm a landlord in Atlanta,
Yes.
but I'm wanting to do a little flipping. Is this thing still available?
Oh, yes, it's still available. We have received a few offers that most likely I'm going to review with the seller tomorrow, but at this point it's still available.
Great.
It is a total remodelation, though. It's
saw.
probably nothing savable there.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, but it's still available. It's a great location, good bonds.
It is.
But it has to be a total remodelation from top to bottom.
I figured. I was estimating about 125. I wanted to see if I could.
Probably, yes.
I wanted to give you guys a verbal offer and then also see if I could get my contractor in there just so I can remove my inspection period and submit earnest money
that would
day
be
one.
great.
Because I don't.
That would be great.
Honestly, I don't need. I know it's all destroyed, so I don't really need to inspect. I just need to get my contractor in there for a loose rehab estimate here. I probably wanted to come in around 140,000, which is not too far off of list price. I can also cover closing costs, and yeah, I don't really need to inspect after I get my contractor in there. Do you think that offer is competitive?
It is competitive. Being very, very honest with you, we have one at 155. They're asking for 3 days of due diligence and closing in 15 days. But given the fact if you won't have any inspection period, my client might be interested about that as well.
Okay, yeah. So we would I would do non-refundable earnest money day one. I don't think I need an inspection period. I just need to get my contractor to walk. Is there a Supra box or a lockbox on the?
It is a lockbox. I can give it to you. It is if you have something to write down the lockbox number, I can give it to you right away.
Would you text it to me?
I will text it to you definitely.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna send you my proof of funds and my portfolio so that you know that we're serious about this. And then I'll send an offer and let me know if the seller has any interest in that. And if so, I'll get my contractor into the property and then we will just do this no inspection.
Excellent. Thank you so So yes, I'm going to send you the logbox, and then you will keep me posted if you're still interested after seeing the property.
Absolutely. I've got 27 other projects right now, so I think this thing is
excellent.
I think it's right up my alley. I'm not too concerned about this massive rehab. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to text you. Are you okay if I text it? I know you guys normally work via email.
No. Just please text me anytime.
Perfect. I'm going to text you my offer, proof of funds, and then we'll go from there.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya. Okay, let's go ahead and call a buyer now. See if we get a buyer who's interested. I'll let you know soon. Not quite yet. Come on, pick up. All right, next buyer. Sorry. Call Jesimar.
Calling Jesimar Mobile.
Hello?
Hey man, I've sorry. $100,000 profit fix and flip for you in Atlanta. Are you interested?
Send me the details, Rich.
Okay, yeah. The comps are unbelievably strong. Very definitive ARV at 385,000. It's a high scale neighborhood, so you want to work with a really nice contractor in the Decatur/Atlanta area. But this should be a really awesome fix and flip. 5'2", 1,700 square feet, full remodel, top to bottom. Probably would take about 4 months, but you would make over 100,000. Price point that we're looking at now is about 145,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 months though? Like, what's the rehab? 100K?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be about 100,000. But what I would do if I were you is honestly, I could do this for you. I could even find you a contractor. You want me to find you a contractor that you can send into the property?
Sure, yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll find you a contractor to send into the property. We'll have the contractor walk. Contractor will tell us rehab budget, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, cool. Let me know.
All right, perfect.
Decatur, you said?
Yeah. I'm gonna send you the address right now, dude. Comp this thing.
All right, cool.
Dude, this thing is insane.
5'2"?
Yeah, 5'2", 1,700 square feet ARV. Just based on square feet is probably 385,000 plus based on my 4 price per square foot of renovated houses.
Okay. All right. Sure. You know I'm interested. Let me know.
All right, perfect. I just sent it over to you. Agent reacted positively to my offer. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can make something happen here.
All right. Let me know. I'm gonna turn it live in a second.
Absolutely. See you soon. Bye.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that's it. That's it. Do you understand? That's all we're doing. What is that? 3 phone calls for a potential $5,000? If I find you a contract, you do the rest? Yes, exactly. We sell your deal for you. That's exactly it. And you keep the majority of the profit. Low-key, a clip just now, call with an agent, and then after that, call with a buyer. And now I'm going to call the contractor to see if we can get a contractor to walk a property for us. Let's see if we can find a Decatur contractor really quick. Decatur general contractor. And I'm just going to call one and see if we can send them to the property. So I don't have to pay for any of this, guys. So I'm looking for Decatur DT Builds general contractor. Perfect. 6 reviews. Perfect. That's the type of shit I'm looking for. Somebody who's not immensely busy. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call the contractor now and see if we can send the contractor to the property.
Insurance partners may record or return this call for quality or research purposes, subject to our privacy policies.
Missing out on business. Sorry, man, missing out on business. Gotta call the next one.
Its partners may record or return this call for quality or research purposes, subject to our privacy policies.
All right. So my job is to make a buyer's life easy. I'm just speed dialing contractors right now.
Floors, how can I help you?
Hi there. Are you guys just doing floors, or do you do like full remodels as well?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat?
Do you guys just do floors, or do you do full remodels as well?
Yeah, we do remodels of bathrooms, kitchen.
Great, great. I've got this house that I'm looking to flip in Decatur, Georgia. Do you guys handle like renovations on properties like that?
Can you tell me the zip code of the area?
30034.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect, perfect.
Is a kitchen, a bathroom? What kind of remodeling?
It's a top to bottom rehab. It's probably about $100,000 job. Will likely take you guys, I'd say anywhere between 2 and 4 months, depending on how quickly you can get things done. But
Okay.
yeah, it's kitchen, it's bathroom, it's roof, no siding, but windows, mechanicals, HVAC, electrical, all that.
Okay. When is the? Let me just check here. What is your timeline? When do you plan to finish the job? Start it?
Well, I'm looking to close on the property in the next 30 days, so we have some time, and I'm hoping to work with somebody who could get it done within a 4-month time period. It's 1,700 square feet, so not too big.
Okay. I'm sorry. What's your name?
My name is Richard Taylor.
Richard Taylor. Okay. So Richard, we can schedule a free estimate if you want. The technician can go check the place, see what needs to be done, and give you a price based on it. It's totally free, and we can schedule you for when is the best time for you to schedule a visit?
I'm gonna call the realtor and see when we can get into the property. I think in the next couple days should be totally fine.
Next couple days, okay. Let me just check our calendar to see. Do you think it's gonna be ready on Monday? Maybe.
Yeah. I think Monday would be perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna leave your schedule for Monday.
Okay, excellent. I will. I'm gonna. Is that the earliest you guys could do? No worries. If it is.
Well, let me check.
Because it's a bit of a competitive property. People are interested. Other buyers are offering on this. So if that's the earliest, no worries whatsoever. We can do that.
Yeah, we can try for you can if you can check the house on this Saturday. I think our technician can go and take a look.
Perfect. I've got a lockbox code for you. I'm just going to confirm it with the realtor really quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Talk soon.
Okay. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Guys, so oh my God, we're moving so quick right now. I love this. You can make so much shit happen on the internet. This is insane. So new Decatur contractor. Now I'm going to call the realtor and see if we can get in tomorrow. We are just absolutely ripping right now. Realtor sent me a lockbox code. Hopefully you see why you can flip houses virtually now.
This is Novia Civalli from Virtual Properties Realty. I'm sorry I can take.
Okay, she texted me. Can my contractor go tomorrow? He's available. And then I'm going to text that guy. So I'm going to text him. Address. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna add the agent to my phone here. And then I'll explain what I've just done. Okay. Is Jesmar here? Jesmar, are you here? At my uncle's a GCN. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Giacomo, let me see it just a sec. At Jazz, not quite. Call Jazz or Jesmar.
Calling Jesimer Mobile.
Hey, Alora, I'll bring you up for questions. Just a moment. Omar, there's no crime spot needed in an area with houses this expensive. The prices speak for themselves.
The call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach.
Okay. Well, I'll explain what I've done here for everybody listening. So I have a buyer. The buyer doesn't have any connections in Georgia. So I call the person in Georgia just off of Google who's renovating houses. And I asked them if they were able to go do a project for us. They said that they probably were, and they could give us a free estimate. So now we have a contractor in Decatur. I don't really know too much about Decatur. I have one house in Atlanta and one house elsewhere in Georgia. But isn't really my forte. So what I did is I called the realtor. I prefaced an offer, and I'm going to try to call the realtor back to see if she's going to say yes to tomorrow. So I'm going to keep calling. I'm not quite done here, but this is the value that a wholesaler provides that would result in me making $10,000. In this case, $5,000 is what I've offered it to Jesmar for. So I'm offering $140,000. I'll give it to Jesmar for $145,000, just because we know him. We member of the community. We want to help him out, but I'm hoping to get a hold of the contractor one more time here and see if he can go tomorrow.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes. Did my text go through? I just sent you the address and a lockbox. Looks like we're going to be able to check it out tomorrow.
Oh, I just received the address. So when is the best time tomorrow?
Honestly, any time that works for you. The house is vacant. Nobody can live in it. It could just, due to the condition of it, it's pretty destroyed. But its bones are still there, so you don't have to build anything. We shouldn't have to. But yeah, anytime you can go tomorrow.
Okay, I'll the address of the technician information. So he'll be there tomorrow to check, and he will reply as soon as possible. Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay, now I'm going to put my in a chat with Jesmar and new Decatur contractor, and I'm going to say, hey Jesmar, this is the contractor who will walk 2807 LEI Leisure Lane tomorrow for you. He'll give us a free rehab estimate as well. And then I'm going to try to call the agent one more time just to confirm that it's okay for them to go. Ten conversations per day is best. Anybody can join the Discord, man. There's no ban on it. Anybody can join. Why, are you regretting your vote or something?
This is Novia Silvaldi from Virtual Property.
Okay, so she's not available. Well, I sent the contractor the lockbox code. He's going to go check out the property, see what the rehab estimate is going to be. And Joseph, I don't ban people unless there's like some sort of like hate speech or scamming or something like that. It's just we're not banning. Like, people can say, I hate you, you're the worst person in the world. Like, we had this guy who literally like was saying all of the craziest shit about me you could possibly imagine, and I just like, hope you have a good day, man. I'll catch you later. So if you're not causing problems, like, you can dislike me and be in my Discord. That's okay. That's okay. It's still good information. It's okay if you don't like me. That's fine. Anyways, we just set up a deal. We just got a deal set up, and I'm really happy about it. And hopefully that shows people how this whole business is done. The value that we get paid for is we set up deals for real estate investors, and they may pay us $10, $20, $30, $40,000 for it, guys. So a deal like this, a $20,000 fee is commonplace, like super, super common on a fix and flip like this. So hopefully that shows everybody the process. You don't necessarily need me to do deals, but I will help you find buyers. So if you're like, I don't have any buyers like that, I need help finding buyers. I can help you find buyers. You can post your deal in my Discord. You can click #submit. We will send it to all of the buyers that we have in the area. You can also post it on Buy Box Cartel. People might make you offers there, but I don't need a license to do this. I don't need money to do this. I find the house. I get the house at a discount. I send the buyer. If the buyer doesn't have a contractor, I find a contractor for the buyer, and I just do all of the legwork for them. But as you can see, I'm teaching this live in front of people. And how long has it been since I started? Maybe 25, 30 minutes. And I'm already setting myself up to make anywhere from 5 to 10K. I'm only 30K below list price, which is not, it works. If we get the contract in place and the comps are there and the contractor's there and the rehab estimate is there, the money's there. And guys, look, this is the past couple months of checks. Oh, we just got a go ahead from the agent. Agent said yes. Agent said yes. You see that? Agent said yes. Here she is. Hey, I just spoke to my contractor. It's all good for him. No worries. It's all good for him to go tomorrow.
Okay, yes, not a problem, definitely.
Great. So I'm going to send you the offer, and we can definitely make this happen. We'll do non-refundable earnest money day one. I'm going to send you my proof of funds right now, and then we can do $140,000, and I'll pay all of the closing costs as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely.
So okay, perfect. So yeah, and definitely your contractor can go tomorrow.
Perfect. I gave him the lockbox code. He'll be there. Thank you so much, Nubia. I really appreciate it. Talk soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes. Now, if Jesimar would pick up the phone, I'm going to call him one more time.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, well, everybody picked up except for the buyer, but buyer's already prefaced on this, so he's interested, and we'll go ahead and see if we can make something happen. This is just this is great. This is great. We just need to get the buyer to respond, to know that his contractor is going to go check out the property tomorrow. If the rehab is 125 or below, or even a little bit more than 100, and he texted me. Got you a contractor. He's walking tomorrow for free. Seems like a good guy. Price, 145,000. ARV, 385,000. Rehab, 125. Estimated. Okay, perfect. Okay, he's on board. He says he's seen the group chat right here. We're all good to go. And that's how you do it, start to finish. That's how I got started. I just made it easy for people. People that saying, how do we get proof of funds? You just type hashtag POF. That looks bussin', Kadarius. Where'd you get that? Is that something in the South, man? We don't have food like that out here. Anyways, this is great. This is great. Really easy. And anyways, I'm going to take questions for the rest of today. So if anybody has any questions about this on my Discord, because I know TikTok does, I know Instagram does, I know YouTube does, but I'm going to focus on these people. Look at all these people on my stage. We've got 200 live viewers right now. I'm going to see if these people have any questions. Anyways, yo, Andrew, I got a crazy clip right here. Yeah, come here. How do you come up with offers virtually? I just did it, man. I don't know what else to say. There's one-on-one call. If you want to meet with me one-on-one, there's a link in my bio. So, dude, get this. I find a deal, right? And honestly, I'm going to flip my camera on the deal so you can get that. Here's the deal. This is the house right here. We're going to go through the photos. These are the photos of the deal. The photos come after. But yeah, I'll also text you a picture of this address. But dude, here's what I just did. I find a deal. I call the realtor. Realtor's super chill. I make an offer about $35,000 below list price. She says that the offer is competitive. I then call a buyer, ask if he's interested. He says he's interested, but doesn't have a contractor. I call a contractor, schedule a walkthrough for that contractor to go check out the property for the buyer. Call the buyer back. I'm like, yo, your contractor is walking tomorrow. Call the realtor back. And they said it's cool for the contractor to walk, but I just did like a whole deal start to finish in front of everybody. Make sure that you get the, I'm going to text you the address. I'm going to text you the address. But yeah, it's just super, super heat clip right there.
Great. So it was posted.
Oh, you posted it? How did it come out? Good. Dope. Thanks so much. Okay. I'm going to do questions for the rest of it. I was talking to Serena. Serena, you have any questions about this?
I think I have just one. That was pretty cool. What do you mean by earnest money day one?
Yeah. So that's something that I do when I have a buyer in hand. That's not necessarily something you guys should do if you don't have a buyer in hand. We do earnest money after a 7-day inspection period. That allows us to find a buyer, send them to the property, or you find a buyer on Facebook. Guys, there are so many buyers on Facebook. For example, if you go to Facebook and you go to, I'll show you right now. This is how I found my buyers to start, guys. Like when I was starting this business, this is all I did to find buyers. I had no buyers, didn't know a single person. What I would do is I'd look up Georgia real estate investing. And I would join these groups like this one right here. And I would just start posting deals in here. And I would also respond to other people's buyers who had posted deals. So let's see if we can find a deal that really popped off in here. Yep, check this out. So somebody posted a deal. I'll show everybody this right now. I came across a seller looking to sell her house. Check this out. Here's what she wants. They gave the address, everything. And then if we click, we scroll down, look, end buyer right there. Interested. This is my neighborhood. Interested. Info, please. How can I get details? Here's my email. Can you send this to me? Very interested. I am an end buyer. Look at that. Look at that. Look how many buyers there are just sitting right there, guys. So send it to my team, post it on Facebook. Essentially, guys, I don't want you to get mad at me because I didn't find you a buyer. There are 8,000 people in Hold My Hand Wholesale. We try our best to find buyers, but those 8,000 people's deals are sold by 4 individuals who are absolute rippers. They work throughout the night and throughout the day to get these deals sold. And we're able to sell anywhere from 15 to 25 deals per month, every month. However, I don't want you to get mad at me if you can't find a buyer for your deal. So I also want to teach you how to find a buyer for your deal. Buyers can be found by posting on Facebook, by sending it to my team, by going to Buybox Cartel and posting your deal on Buybox Cartel, which is kind of like Investor Lift, but doesn't cost the insane amount of money that Investor Lift costs. And it's just it increases the chances of you finding a buyer. So as far as earnest money day one, earnest money is money that a buyer submits to show seriousness in a deal. And we submit earnest money after a 7-day inspection period. Does that make sense, Serena? You don't do it, the buyer does.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then not Carlos. Yes, you screenshot my proof of funds. Anyways, moving on to the next question here. Let's talk to Ashell. Well, you wanted me to find you a deal. I'll find you a deal at the end of this because we have some other people who might have questions. Not the one. Hello. Hi. How are you?
Hi, Richard. How's it going?
I'm doing so well. How are you?
I'm good. That was awesome watching that from start to finish. Thank you so much. That was really cool.
Absolutely. Here to help.
So I live in New York and I'm in like a suburban area that's not too far and within a pretty good commutable distance. And I can see that like, you know, the area is increasing in property value, and that the hood areas are kind of changing for the, you know, to improve, and there's like really great investor opportunity. So what I've been doing is I've actually been like driving that town myself and like going into like really rough areas.
Driving for
And
dollars.
I'm just, yeah. So I've been driving through, like really checking out the neighborhood, and I'm struggling with seeing how anyone, even an investor, is going to want to buy these homes in such tough areas, because like I'm seeing drug deals going on, like, you know, I could tell like drug houses, like it's, you know, and I'm not that shy, but man, these are like rough areas. So like I'm having a hard time getting over that, and even imagining it, how it would be, how it could happen even like in a virtual sense where like I can't see how tough it is.
So first things first, stop putting yourself at risk to look for deals. We don't want to do that. Second thing,
Okay.
Driving for dollars is kind of inefficient, because let's say you find it, I guess I'll answer your first question. If the area is a complete shithole, yeah, no, real estate investing is not happening at the capacity we want it to there. It might still be happening. Like, for example, my buddy Harry, he buys houses in war zones and he renovates them to Section 8 standards and rents them to Section 8 tenants. So it may not be a fix and flip that's happening there. Perhaps it's a person who is on the Section 8 program and they need a place to live, and we can renovate a house just to the standards that it's livable, and then we can cash flow on that property. So that might be the model in areas like that. But it is really important to be in areas that are up and coming, right? We don't want it to be a total war zone.
Yeah, like they are up and coming, but you know, some more than others. I'm finding basically all these like duplexes online on Zillow, and then I go and I drive the area to see like, you know, whether or not it's worth me to continue, you know, to call and continue and like kind of dialogue with the realtors and stuff like that. Am I just overthinking this?
Yeah. So it's a very old school way to do it, to drive for dollars, especially if we're finding an off-market property. We don't really know if that person wants to sell. We don't even know how to get a hold of that person, or maybe they're not even alive anymore. There's a lot of situations like that. So what I'll do is I'll show you how.
No, I'm sorry. I meant like I find them on Zillow and then I go drive to them.
Oh yeah, we'll just use Google Maps for that. So I'll show you exactly how to do
Okay.
this. So what I would do if I were you, and if we want to do a really cheap deal, so let's look at a house in Detroit for $50,000. Let's price them high to low, and let's see what we can see. Now I don't love to look below 50. 50 is probably the minimum price point that I will look at here, but maybe we go up to 70. We'll go up to 70. So $70,000, Detroit, Michigan, very, very dangerous area, and here's a house. Right? It's cute. It's got character to it. Now the question is, you know, is this an area that people would want to live in? Well, let's just look on Google Maps.
Yeah, I did that. And like, I looked like I don't remember what area it was, not where I live, but like I went down like 2 stretches and like there was some guy in it, like throwing up gang signs. And I'm like, oh gosh.
Nice. It's always great to just smile and wave. Anyways, looking at this deal right here. What do I think of the neighborhood? Yeah, it looks like about 150K neighborhood. It's not a nice neighborhood, but it's also somewhere that people live. Like we can see that there's cars parked outside. This guy's got a new roof on his house, and this house has some character to it. So in theory, this would be one of the more desirable properties on the block. So now my next step, now that I think that it's a decent area for people, is just to zoom in, and I want to see what's sold here. So I'm going to move around the area, and I'm going to get rid of all of my filters. And I'm hoping when I get rid of the 70K, I see the neighbor's house listed for 140. And look at that, neighbor's house listed for 125. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And it's a 2-1 and it's renovated. So here's a renovated 2-1, which is smaller. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around the area here to here to here to here. And I'm just briefly going to check and see if anybody's renovating houses here at the capacity that I'm hoping. So we'll look. We're going to do price high to low. Perfect. I forgot my square footage though. What's my square footage? 872. So we got to find things that are around 1,000 square feet. Then a little bit bigger, but not this. So that's great. Look at this. This is a 3-2, about 1,000 square feet. Doesn't look to be particularly renovated. It looks to be in like maybe rental grade condition, sold for $110,000. I'll go a slightly larger area, but not over here. I can see that that's a nice area. So we go here to here to here to there now. See if we have any other sales that might be interesting. Okay, yeah, 150. We got 155 right here. I think that they probably finished the basement to get that sort of square footage. And then you got a 136 here. You got a 136 here. That looks similar. That's a really similar property. So yeah, I think if we renovate this house, it'll sell for 125 because it's got some character. So it looks like it'll sell for 125. Now, how much does it need? $20K, probably not that much. Remember, it's a 125K house. You just don't need that much. So yeah, now I call them and I offer 30K. Why do I offer 30K? Because let's say the rehab is 30K. So we buy it for 30K. Buyer is going to pay us 35. So we offer 30. Buyer pays 35. Buyer puts in 25,000 and has 10,000 for closing costs. Great. They're in it for 70,000. This rehab takes them 3 weeks. It's a 3-week renovation. Then they list the thing for 125,000. Offer comes in at 118. Okay, we'll take 118K offer. Realtor's like, I'm taking 6% of this. Okay, cool. You take 6% of it. We walk with 110. We're in the deal for 70,000. We make 40 racks. That's the shit. Now watch me call. So I didn't have to drive anywhere. I didn't have to do anything. I just looked at Google Maps. I looked to see if there was any renovated comps in the area. Looks like I found something decent. Says that they owe 131. I don't know about that because you guys are asking 50, so we'll see about that. But I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna make my offer now.
Thank you for calling Remax First.
That's not the agent, so I immediately hang up. That's the office line. So I look up the agent's name, Realtor Detroit, and here's a phone number for him. Oh, nope, that's the brokerage again. Let's see if we can find a cell phone. So here he is, office, cell, great. By the way, Sue, your inspections just got paid. I got a text. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey there, I was calling about Lodwick Street. Is that thing still available?
It would be on the HUD Home Store site. You can look on there and you can see.
I'm calling off Zillow. I don't really know what that is. Is this something that I can make an offer on or no?
Yes, you'd have to go on the HUD Home Store site. It's on the HUD site. It's a bank-owned foreclosure.
I see. Got it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Okay, so it's bank-owned. I don't wholesale bank-owned houses. So bank-owned houses, the bank could kind of make our life hell if we try to wholesale it. So I just don't really want to do that. But this, regardless of that, this is a perfect example of what would work and how to go through that process.
Okay, so no more driving around.
No more driving around. It's going to take way too much time, and honestly, we could just make things happen from our computer.
I know. I even picked up a stray cat. My husband's gonna kill me.
Probably so. Yes, don't get scratched or bit.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
See, not that hard. We just almost completed the process again, but bank-owned houses move again. I have legal protection against me for non-performance. So I don't know what you mean, but I got to answer these questions. Gatorade Bath, what's going on, dog?
Hey, Ben, good to be back.
Yeah, welcome. How can I help?
I sent you a DM with all of the details about the property. I literally spoke with him today. It is not under contract, but it is a mortgage takeover. They do have some equity, so maybe you can hop in there and see see if the numbers work and then how to structure it so I
Sure.
can send him an offer and see how it goes.
So I always
Hell,
try to-
you could even call them if you
I
want.
always try to put myself in the shoes of the seller. Seller's asking 450, they owe 300, correct?
Correct.
So the seller is planning their life around $150,000 gain, right?
I understand that to be correct.
We are calling to offer them probably a 30K down payment, of which agent commission comes out of, which is probably 15K. So, hey there, Mr. Seller. I see you're looking to make about a Lamborghini on this sale. What if I give you 15K in monthly payments? By the way, the payments are $300 because you already have a mortgage, which takes up most of your rent. Pretty unlikely, right? So I always like to put myself in the seller's shoes. It's not that what you have is not a deal. It's just that it's a huge long shot. It's a massive long shot to say, let's go from you're going to make $150,000 to I'll give you $15,000 because the realtor keeps the other 15. I'll give you $15,000 in monthly payments. It's sure it happens from time to time, but I think that there's much easier opportunities that I could find probably within like a couple minutes even. So I'd prefer, I mean, I can call if you want. And if this is the offer that they've asked for, we can do that. But I prefer to find somebody who actually would need this offer rather than you're going to make a Lamborghini. How about we give you a Corolla? You know?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I told him, I said, with what it rents for, what the PITI is after we deduct 20% for expenses and management fees, we only have about $1,000 left over to split. I said, you know, I'm cool if your guy wants to make some money, but he's going to have to take a really small monthly payment for 5 or 6 years, or, you know, before we could refinance him out of this thing. And he says, well, it's probably something he might do. Put something together and I'll present it to him. So
what I would say is,
I would reach.
What is it rent for?
$3,000. It's rented right now for $2,850. That lease ends at the end of July, but it rents for $3,000.
Okay, 3,000, and the PITI 2,400 or so.
He told me the PITI existing is $1,400 a month.
But they owe 300K.
That's what's remaining as far as I am aware. Yes.
That math doesn't math.
And I asked him to make sure that that's correct. I was like, you understand there's $420 a month in property taxes? He said, yeah, that sounds right. There's about $125 a month in insurance. I said, with interest and payment,
that math doesn't
$1,500. I was like,
because even if he has a 2.5,
I thought we would.
It just look at my screen. It just doesn't math. I mean, even if he has a 3% interest rate in his initial loan balance, because interest is charged off of the initial loan balance, but if his initial loan was $350, he's already paying $1,400. When we add taxes and insurance, and what state is this in?
It's in Daytona Beach.
Okay, so we got flood insurance needed as well. Probably about $250 for insurance, probably about $400 for taxes. Call it $650. So yeah, he's probably paying around $2,000, and he's probably renting for $3,000. So it's like I said, hey there, Mr. Seller, we're making about $150K. We'll give you $30K to take over your debt. 15 of that goes to your realtor, and we can make you monthly payments of about, I don't know, $200, maybe $200.
I told him he might have to take like $300, and he didn't turn his nose up at it.
Well, make him that offer, man. There's no convincing somebody. There's only catching them at the right time. So speak it. You know, there's not much we can do to convince them. We could catch them at the right time, and we could make that offer. But when I'm calling somebody, I want it to make sense. And what I wouldn't even look at a lead like that if I'm being honest, man, because I don't make offers that I myself wouldn't accept. However, this is a house that's worth $138K. They owe $120. Hey there, Mr. Seller. How much you make at your asking price? About $10K? How about I give you $15K to take over your debt? Well, I guess that makes no sense. Cool. Yeah. I'll go ahead and send you the offer. So there's millions and millions of listings in the United States right now. And I don't understand why we would go after somebody who is just so far apart from us when we have so many other options. So I'd really prefer to offer on offers that I myself would accept, like the property that's on my screen right here.
Put a cash offer on it. I mean, even though they would only come out of it with about $40,000, I mean, there's no work that needs to be done other than a fake chimney that's got a little damage. And based on my comps, it's about a $500,000 house. So maybe offer 350 for cash and see if it works and just keep it as a rental.
Well, a property is worth what a property's worth. And if it's listed for,
Right.
what'd you say it was listed for right now?
Well, he's asking 450. The sold comps, the average price per square foot is 245. So that puts that particular house at about 480s. I think it's 487. The closest sold comp, which was at the end of last year, which is a clone, sold for 525.
But what's it listed
So I'm
for?
thinking it's 450.
You say, I heard 1250.
It's listed. No, 450,000 is the ask.
Okay, got it. So,
So there's a little bit of equity as at the asking price right now, but I believe, we could potentially make a cash offer on it. So I just took, what was it, 487 times 0.7, if it's currently still rented and will still rent. That still gives some pretty good equity depending on what the interest price is, and somebody can still make a good cash on cash return.
what's the address?
I'm not trying to, be a magician.
Sure.
Just trying to think of ideas.
What's the address?
I sent it to your DM, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you the whole.
Okay. So
Yeah,
if
he
there's-
actually is.
if there's room to renovate,
Go
we
ahead.
can, but I'm gonna see if there's room to renovate here. So yeah, it's all decently new stuff in here. Not exactly a renovation.
Yeah, it's a 20.
Yeah, you could lowball the
Hey.
shit out of them. You could offer them 100K below list price and just see if that could turn into a deal. But here's my thought process. The house doesn't really need a rehab, and investors really like to take on projects that need a rehab. I don't think I think the house is kind of worth what it's worth, and it's been sitting here for some time, so it's probably worth closer to like 400 or something like that, meaning an investor would.
Right.
There's just not a whole lot we can do to make this house sell for more than it's listed for right now, apart from just redoing the entire thing, which just wouldn't make sense because of how much it would cost. The other thing that I'm thinking is, okay,
Great.
let's say you get it 100K below list price, 350. That's going to cost you this much. With taxes and insurance, you're negatively cash flowing, and your down payment is 80 grand. So as a rental, negatively cash flowing at market interest rates. As a mortgage takeover, I can't imagine why the seller would accept that. I'd prefer to go after more attainable examples. And then as a fix and flip, it's just not really something that needs to be renovated. So we need to understand why buyers buy. So I'll run through it one more time. If we get this $100,000 below list price, it negatively cash flows as a rental. Maybe somebody would try to flip the property, but my thought process is you get it 100K below list price, they pay you a $5,000 fee, which doesn't make sense for 100K below list price, but let's say they pay you a 5K fee. They've got 10,000 in closing costs. They're in it for 365. This thing, I know you see 450, but nobody's offering 450. So 400 is probably where they list the property for. You list it for $400,000. Your realtor is taking 6%. You're left with 376. You make like 10K. So it's just not really something that makes sense. It's really important to understand what real estate investors are going after, because as a rental, it doesn't make sense. Even 100K below list price, not a fix and flip. And for the mortgage takeover, yeah, it makes sense for us, but we also have to understand what the seller's looking for.
Understood. I mean, I'm willing to shoot my shot. And I told him, I already mentioned to him, dude, if we do this mortgage takeover thing, your guy's going to get like a $300 a month payment.
I would spend your time on more attainable deals. I think you can make
I'm
that.
going to listen to it. I'm just saying, I already mentioned that to him, and he didn't turn his nose up at it.
We can make that offer.
I don't
we can
want
definitely make the
want
offer. You can see what they you can see what they say to it. But when you're on the hunt for deals, look for stuff like this. Listed for 159, been here for a year, owes 126. That's great. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Georgia after in Florida. I was just calling in Florida just to pick a market and go with it and see if I could turn something up. Then I was going to go to Georgia just because my buddy outside of Atlanta. So I was just going to start calling there.
Jacksonville is the place to look in Florida, or really shitty fix and flips. Destroyed properties in Florida, great. My favorite market in Florida has to be Jacksonville. It's honestly such an amazing market. One of my biggest ever assignment fees came out of Jacksonville.
I've been talking to a few of them in Jacksonville. There's a few portfolios there. They're just turnkey rentals. And I did the normal thing, just offered them 30% below ask because there's no work that needs to be done. They're all occupied. And I'm waiting to hear back from them. There's a few of them that have portfolios there, but all right. No, I can catch a clue, man.
Yeah.
Go for lower lower hanging fruit.
I would say what happens when a deal is working, a seller's expectations align with the buyer's expectations. And what I mean by that is a seller could have a house listed for 100K and they owe 90K. What's the buyer's expectation for a 100K rental property? 30K down payment, 20K to the bank, 10K to closing costs. So when a buyer sees a $100,000 rental property, $30,000 is going to be their entry fee. But if the seller is listed at 100 and owes 90, the seller's expectation is 0 to 10K profit. Now expectations are aligned. Buyer's happy to put down 15,000. Seller is happy to make $2,000 and then some money for their agent on top. So I try to align the expectations, but when it's like, I have to completely lowball the seller with this creative finance offer. And then even if I get it, does it really make sense to a buyer? Sure, we've got that 3% interest rate, but the seller probably pays $2,000. Now we're paying the seller $2,300 or the $300 monthly payment, and the buyer views this thing as renting out for $2,400 after taking the 20% off the top. So it's like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to the seller. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to the buyer. So our expectations are just miles and miles apart. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anyways, well, my only feedback, look for people whose expectations are aligned with what buyers are looking for.
I got you. I hear you. I appreciate you, man. Cheers. Good to be back. I got a group for a few weeks to get back in. I had to cancel my membership and rejoin. It was weird.
Oh, interesting. So sorry about that. We do have a customer.
Yeah. What happened? One day I was able to be in the group, and then later that day I was cut out of the group, and then it took me a little while to get back in, but I'm happy to be back. Anyway, hope everybody's doing great. Enjoy your weekend. Go USA in the World Cup. And yeah, I'm going to finish calling Florida and then off to Georgia I go.
All right, man. All right. Well, we'll catch you later. Thanks so much for hopping on here.
Cheers, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Late.
Bye-bye. Hold on. Chris's girlfriend just finished her MCAT and she's texting me. I got to say congratulations. Okay. I'm going to see if I can talk to Jesimar about the deal that we just sent him.
Yeah.
Hey man, your contractor is going to walk that property tomorrow, but he wants to, I think he wants to hop on a Zoom meeting with you, which is great, which is a really, really good sign. But yeah, we should be able to get a rehab estimate back for you. And yeah, just I'd text the contractor and say, hey, yeah, we can definitely hop on a meeting, and just say, hey, I'm Richard's business partner or something like that.
All right, cool. That's the guy you're going to be in the group chat with?
Yeah, but I think you sent the message about the meeting to me. Just say, hey, Richard told me you wanted to meet. I'm happy to meet at any time. But this guy seems really good and professional.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Absolutely. Talk soon.
All right, but thank you.
Yeah, guys, Turkey did beat us, but didn't you hear about didn't you hear what the announcer was saying the whole time? Whether or not Turkey wins, they are going to be going home, but this depends whether or not they can go home with a little bit of morale to bring back to their very angry fans. Because what is it called? I don't know what it's called in soccer, but we won the group or the heat or whatever. So we're moving on. That game last night, I watched it and I didn't understand the offsides thing when we scored that goal. That didn't really make sense to me, but whatever, we'll take it. Okay, so Pam, let's hear a little bit about your deal. You said you got a $20,000 assignment with EMD in today. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I'm sending it to your DM right now. It's kind of a deal that I really don't go after, only because the type of property is kind of, it says single family, but to me, it's just a townhouse. It's in Pittsburgh, because you know how they have those houses kind of like England where they're all like next to each other, but they count it as single fam still.
Row houses, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, but it's bringing in monthly cash flow, kind of like a multifamily, and that's the reason why it sold for that much. The entry fee was $65, and 45 to the seller side and 20 on top of that. Damn. Like the cash flow, like the entry, what is it? The cash on cash return is 39%. like at that entry fee.
Where did you find this deal? Like, because we don't even look in Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh is still a viable market. Where did you find this?
It's actually on market, but we found it because it's going to auction, but it's going to auction like way far away, like August like 30th or something. So it was like the auction is set for like months away, and we got them to agree to take over the debt. So we're taking over the debt, and literally they're 40,000 payments behind. The seller, he's doing some cross collateral stuff where he just didn't take care of it, but the interest rate on it is 3%. So we're taking over that, and the payment is like 23. And then they have Airbnb statements because they're using it right now as like STR and then like MTR. They're bringing in like on their Airbnb statements, they have nothing lower than 6,000 like each month for the last like 2 years. Dude. And then and the reason why, like I sent you the address, but if you take the address and you put it on Google right now, and let's say you turn the camera around, the first thing you're going to see is a giant hospital. It's literally right across the street, and that's where they're making all their money.
Where'd you find your buyer?
Literally Facebook. I put it in the marketplace too. Like I put it in Facebook. Like I actually sold like 4 deals in the past like 2 weeks, and Shell sold I think 2 of those. And no, wait, Shell sold 1. Almira is selling the other one. And then I sold 2 on Facebook, and this was one I sold on Facebook.
Damn, how much you have in closing right now, bro?
So this one's 20. The seller finance one, it's really small, but it's only going to be I think 4. It's 4,000 for that one. Then the other seller finance is 5, so that's 29. And then it's the other deal. The other one is, and what is that 4th one? I gotta look. It's a 4th one though. I know it's small too. Dude. I think. Oh yeah, that one is 5,000 too. So 3,400 or not 3,400, 34,000.
Amazing. $34,000 in closing. Is that the most you've ever had in closing?
In one little span, yeah. Like the other time, it was like 20 because I had the mobile home park, and then I had the mortgage takeover in Fort Worth. That was at the same time, and that one was like 23 at one time.
Dude, that's insane. Absolutely cracked, dude. We got to make you. I mean, I've been trying to make you a group leader, but you literally rejected it. Can we make you a group leader?
I said I want to do a couple more deals, and I guess this is like 4 more. Like since then, like since that day, it's been like 4 more since then.
Dude, insane. Well, I guess just let me know when you're ready to do it. I mean, you've been a staple in the community, and you're really consistent, and you're doing a shit ton of deals, man. So this is awesome. After these close, you thinking about doing some investing, like a fix and flip or a rental, even? Probably a fix and flip.
Yeah, I'm getting some off-market duplexes. It's some I wanted to send to you. It's pretty much in Detroit area for now, but that's what I'm kind of looking at. But I gotta close some of these first. I probably can actually start those if I get a really good one. I just need mine to be like super slam dunk because I don't want to like risk it really. Oh yeah. Like I do want to risk it, but I don't want to like risk it when it's closer than it should be.
Be careful, for sure. Be careful on that.
Yeah, I really want some slam dunk ones. Oh, and you were talking to an agent yesterday, and she was talking to you about a 12 unit. It's on Kentucky Street in Detroit or something like that. I literally, my friend, like one of my friends that I grew up with, she literally lives right next door, and I was at her house maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I was looking at this multifam the whole time. So when you were having this conversation yesterday, I'm like, wow, this real estate thing is a small world. Like
it is, dude. It is.
And I mean, literally next door. It's crazy. But that thing needs a lot of work. So I know she was trying to sell you on it, but it needs so much work. It's ridiculous. I mean, I saw it literally up and close, like in person.
Dude, that's amazing. Well, great. Do you have any recommendations for anybody who's trying to have the same thing happen to them?
Creative finance. I mean, all my deals that I just said, mortgage takeover, seller finance, 2 of them, they're both 0% interest, single families in Detroit. A lot of deals, like I'm setting up inbound. So I kind of essentially make an inbound where I'll do like emails. I'll just get like a whole bunch of emails for free and clear, like the night before. And I'll send them all out in the morning. And then the following day, so it's literally like a process. I'll hop into the Discord in the morning, like in here, in a community helper stream. Then I'll just go live and call them off.
Dude,
I got a ton of leads doing that and just helping people out in the morning.
We really need to make you a group leader, bro. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I would definitely do calls in the morning for sure. Like that's like my favorite time to do them. I get all my stuff done before like 11 a.m. and I'm just chilling the rest of the day.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for sharing, dude. That is super inspirational. And yeah, my deals that I've been closing right now, I think I probably have 15 or 20 in closing, not including fix and flips. They're all creative. Well, that's not true. I have one with Michael closing for, I think, like Michael, I think it's like, what is it, $15,000 or $16,000 sign fee? Oh, insane. But yeah, that's a cash deal. But guys, I probably have one cash deal closing for $15K. I have a deal in Detroit for $5K, a deal in Arizona for $7K, and a deal in San Diego for $3K right now. I don't think I have anything else. So I think I probably have like maybe 25 in closing, but most of them are creative finance, guys. Most are creative finance. What's your opinion on starting?
Lightning leads is, I would say lightning leads. I'm sorry, it's too, it's way underrated. Because when I'm just randomly, I'll just hop on lightning leads and I'll just get leads from there, just pile them up.
Yeah.
Or if you got like PropStream, you can still like for people who don't want to pay for like extra stuff, you can just cross-reference the lightning leads off markets to PropStream, and the PropStream is, I think you can get it in the Discord.
Yeah.
For like the trial.
Guys, here's PropStream right here. PropStream and lightning leads, extremely powerful tools. But yeah, Pam, crushing it. Keep going.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Talk soon, Pam. See ya. Wow. Laura J. I don't think we've met before. Hello.
Hi, I just joined today.
Welcome.
So I currently am a college student, and this is something I've been really interested in, but I feel like I don't really know where to start. So I just enrolled in one of your courses, but my main questions, and a lot of this has like answered it, were what resources are like absolutely necessary to get started.
Yeah.
And then also, what are the your general rules for margins when finding properties?
Sure. Honestly, we never really want to offer what somebody's asking unless we're doing creative finance. So as far as margins, I mean, it definitely varies. Sometimes we offer people's asking price with creative finance. Other times we're going way below their asking price. So I guess I'll show you a couple that made sense for me. I bought this for $70K last week. I would have been happy to pay a wholesale fee. It was listed at $90. If you would have offered $65, that would have been $5,000 in your pocket. This just came down to the discount and also the comps in the area. But I bought this because I liked the character of it. I feel like this could become a really pretty house. Like I feel like somebody would like to live in it if I make the interior really pretty. For me, it was the character of the fix and flip. I saw a future in this fix and flip. I think it could become a really pretty house. It was the discount that I got being 20,000 below list, and it was also the comps. Now, we never really want to offer what somebody's asking unless we're doing creative finance. And if you're new here, you might want to start with the fix and flips, and perhaps you can look for my buy box. I mean, I flip multifamily and I flip single family in Detroit. And if you happen to find me a really pretty single family in terrible condition, I might just pay you an assignment fee. So I'll put in a max price filter of 120,000. And well, here's a multifamily. I'd buy this thing. I'd be happy to buy this thing. This is great. Doesn't really look like it needs a ton of work, just new carpets and such. I would renovate this. So there's no mechanicals. What's my roof looking like? Roof looks like it has good texture on it. Yeah, so this thing probably needs about 15, 20. Where's that 15, 20 being spent? Well, you can see that the HVAC is missing. The furnace is missing and the water tank is missing. So we need a furnace and water tank. That's going to cost me about 8K. We should probably clean up this a little bit, and the cleanup is probably going to be another 10,000. So I'm probably looking at around a 20K rehab on something like this. I could sell this for about 155 to my buyers. So if you got this thing for 90,000 and I gave you 5,000 and I had 10,000 in closing costs, I'm in it for 105. I put in another $20,000 in renovation. I'm in the deal for 125. Then I sell it for 150 and I make $25,000. So I'd say if you got this at 90, maybe closer to 85, because I'd love to make 30,000. 30,000 is kind of my minimum. But this is a really good one right here. This is a light rehab. The only questions I'd have are, does the neighborhood look violent? I'd go to spot crime and I'd check to see if there's any violent neighborhoods. And as far as the tools you need, I use PropStream. PropStream's the main one for me. But if you don't know how to use it yet, wait don't buy it, you can get a 1 week free trial. So PropStream gives you a week free, but I wouldn't use your free trial yet. I would continue to watch this, see exactly how I use PropStream. And then once you understand how I use PropStream, then get your free trial so you don't have to pay for it. But super helpful tool. As for now, you should probably just get used to talking to people on Zillow. So my pitch kind of goes like this. Hey, I'm looking to get pre-approved for your listing on Narden Drive in Detroit, Michigan. My lender had a couple questions I wasn't able to answer here. Do you have a moment to talk? They say, yeah, we got a moment to talk. Are the HVAC and mechanicals kind of missing from this property? I saw that they were undone. Yeah, okay. My lender's probably going to come in around 90. You think that's worth presenting? You don't really know. Okay, well, let's just tell the seller and see if that makes sense to them, and then get back to me if it's a deal. But I'd love to give you $5K for this. So if you can get this thing under contract for me, I give you $10K for this if you got it a little bit lower than where I need it. But my buy price on this, I'd probably like to pay like 87 max. 87 would probably be my max offer here. So if you got this thing anything below 87, that's money in your pocket.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else I can help you out with?
I was going to ask, what areas did you find were most profitable? I know that you mentioned Detroit is one of your favorites, and then also Jacksonville. And there was one other I'm blanking on, but I was curious just any areas that you know are easy to find fix and flips and that they sell for a decent asking price.
Yeah, so there's a list in the chat right there: Detroit, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Memphis, St. Louis, Indianapolis. Where else? We do a lot in Texas, but Texas is not very beginner friendly. Those places are all pretty beginner friendly. The only thing I'll mention is Cleveland requires you to tell the agent that you're wholesaling it, but I did that yesterday and they were okay with it. In fact, that reminds me, I have to call back my agent in Cleveland to see if we got that offer accepted. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend. And I would honestly probably just start with really ugly houses. Try to offer them 60, 70% of what they're asking.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck. Guys, brief break here as I call the realtor. Good, Devin.
Hello, you have reached the voicemail of Aiden Aptis.
Any word on my offer? Realtor responded. Well, oh, I have the realtor's phone number. I can call her.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Richard Taylor.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
Why does she sound like AI? I don't think she sounds like AI. She's just got the quintessential college girl voice.
I'm sorry, this person.
Okay, so we'll shoot Midge a text. Midge realtor from yesterday. Say, no, I don't need to put an avatar here. Let's shoot her a text message. Quintessential. Come on, phone, work for me, please. This thing is slowing down so bad, bro. So I'm gonna do. Oh my god, it's like freezing up on me. I might have to go get a new. Apple is forcing me to go buy a new phone. Look at this. Look at this big block on my screen. What is that? What is that? Oh, it just disappears now. Okay. Gosh, finally. Any word on the 700K wholesale offer I made yesterday? and we'll follow up. Okay. All right. Next is Pi. Hello.
I don't know how to do it.
You're doing it. What's going on, man? You need help?
Oh, I am on it. How you doing?
I'm
yeah,
well.
I just I found you. I signed up. I want to start on the courses. I got some mortgage experience as an underwriter, things like that. So I'm familiar with the terms, but it don't seem like I need any of that for this.
Might be valuable in terms of creative financing. You probably understand what the point of it is. The point of it is to beat the 20% down, 7% interest. Ideally, we could be at like 10% down and maybe 0 to 5% interest in one of these deals. But are you looking for a little bit of guidance?
Yeah. I'm just like I said, I'm just ready to jump in, and I'm not too good with Discord, so I'm just trying to figure out. I think I signed up for the course, but I wanted to watch your content first.
This is the course. So we call it Hold My Hand Wholesale because I just try to sit here live with you guys all day. So today was a short live stream. I had to go. It started raining and my boat was uncovered, so I had to run over the boat and troubleshoot the cover. That was why I was late today, guys. But essentially, I'll give you a little bit of guidance on where to start and what I think is a unique direction that might be suited for your background. So if I go to a website like PropStream and I put in a city, well, let me figure out where I want to put in. Well, where do you live?
I live in Maryland.
Maryland. Let's do Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland. Let's put in some filters. I'm going to look for an active property on the market. I'm using PropStream to find this. I'm going to look for minimum equity 100%. And then I'm going to go for, let's see, I'm going to go for property details. Let's look for residential multifamily, 2 to 4 units with a minimum listing price of probably $350,000. And let's see what we can find. So these are all free and clear multifamilies. Here's one right here. I don't know anything about it, but I've just pulled it up on Zillow. It is active, so perfect. Let's see if we can find this on Zillow, though. I'm more familiar with Zillow than Redfin. Okay, cool. It says single family. I wasn't really looking for a single family, and it's a fix and flip too. It's a renovation, so not really what I was looking for. I wanted to find a multifamily, so I don't know why it showed me that. Let's see what else I can find. I guess there's just not too many of these in Maryland. Let's go to another area, and this is we're just Baltimore. Let's go to another area. Washington D.C. Well, is this Wilmington? Don't really know about Wilmington, but Pittsburgh seemed cool. Pittsburgh. And I'm going to look for a free and clear multifamily right here that just doesn't work for anybody. And this may be my one. Cool. So they're looking for somebody to house hack. The reason I know that is because they've staged the property pretty well. So they're looking for a house hack person. House hacking is when you live in one side and you rent out the other to kind of get rid of your mortgage payment. And that's their ideal person because you can see how they've set it up. They're trying to say a family should live here, right? But as you look in the interior, it is a little bit outdated. So let's see how they had a hard time selling this? It's only been there for 8 days, so they're probably not ready for a call yet. I'm looking for somebody having a hard time selling. Quadruplex, cool. I want to find a multifamily that doesn't work. And what I mean by not work, I want to find something that doesn't cash flow. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I like that. Cool. So it's been here for 106 days, meaning nobody really wants it. They're asking $850. Let's see how much our mortgage would cost. $850,000. Down payment is $170. Interest rate 7%. You're already paying $4,500 off the bat. Your taxes and insurance turn your 45 into, that's 1,400 more. So 4580 plus 1,400. You pay 6,000. Now this is a quadruplex, so divided by 4, each unit would need to be renting for more than 1,500 for this to cash flow. I don't think it does. So we're gonna call and we'll ask. Watch this. It's Friday afternoon, and it's late over there, so we'll see.
Thank you for calling Howard Hanna Real Estate.
Now, that's not the realtor, so we want to talk to the realtor, but here's my game plan. Hey, and by the way, I think everybody wants to record this because this is my pitch for this property. So if you want to see what I would say for my pitch, I'll tell you right now. All right, go. Hey, I'm calling about your listing on 241 Amber Street. Is now an okay time? Great. Yeah, my lender had a couple questions I just couldn't answer here. Do you know what you guys are rented out for? You're bringing in about $6,000 a month. Got it. Lender told me my mortgage would be about $6,000 a month. Is there any flexibility on price so that we could make money as a rental on this? Yeah. Where would I want to be? Okay. Yeah. So, well, I have to spend about $180K to buy this. So I'd like to make some money monthly. Hopefully that's okay. But if my mortgage payment were about $4,000 instead of $6,000, it would make sense to me. My only concern is if I'm going to have a $4K mortgage on this, that's $200,000 below your asking price. Do we think it's worth presenting an offer that low to the seller? No? Okay. So what's the game plan on this? Because this, this loses money monthly if I buy it at your asking price. You don't know? Okay. Well, how about we seller finance? You don't want to seller finance? Yeah, I don't want to seller finance either. Seller finance is actually my least favorite thing in the world. How would I buy this without seller finance? Because they can't give me a loan on it if it's losing money, right? They're just not allowed to do that. It's a debt service coverage loan. So if the debt service as in mortgage isn't covered by the rent, they don't give us a loan. So how do we make this work? Because it's just losing so much per month. I couldn't get qualified. I mean, I'm presenting seller finance not so much because I want to, but like, what else would I do? You think we could go to your seller with maybe $900,000 over 6 years, and I pay your commission and give them a nice down payment too? Yeah. Okay. Huge. Thanks. I'll text over my offer. Let me know what they say, but don't just give them the seller finance offer. Tell them that I'm down to buy this for $850. I just need a mortgage where my loan doesn't cost exactly what you're rented out for, Awesome. Thanks so much for your time. Talk soon. Bye-bye. And that's my pitch on this. We find multifamilies that do not work. How much for an hour call? You can book that in my bio right there. If anybody wants to talk to me one-on-one, you can book me for a one-on-one call. Anyways, that's my pitch. And the point of this is I gave you this because you said you worked in mortgages before. If you know about investment loans, you can't get an investment loan that loses money every single month. They just won't qualify you for it. So you can kind of leverage that expertise to have that sort of conversation with the realtor and create a mortgage with them that does work. Seller finance payments of maybe $3,000 instead of $6,000 per month. Give them a 6-year balloon on that. I'm sure you're familiar with the balloon, but if not, it just means that that's when the lump sum is due. And yeah, this is kind of the stuff that I'll attack. Now, I didn't really get a hold of the realtor, so I'll put this one in your inbox, just in case you want to call. But yeah, that would be my plan of attack.
Wow. Okay, thank you. You said this is the course, so there was no website, or I thought there was a website.
There's more. So if you go to www.hmhw.group, which I'll link in the chat right here.
Okay.
You can log in with your Discord login, and we've got education in here. So you can go ahead and take the courses if it's going to decide to load for me. Education. Where did it go? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. It's at 0. I think when I
no, it's right here. It's right here.
There it is.
It just took a second to load. Yeah, there are probably a lot of people on this, but yeah, you've got your introduction to wholesaling courses. You can open the lesson. You can take those. You've got the section 8. You've got everything you'd need here. Okay. You can also type hashtag get started cash course right here, and you can watch the cash course. So here's the cash course where you can do hashtag get started, and there's a seller finance course where hashtag get started, and there's a mortgage takeover course, and you can click on these, and they're videos, and they're like an hour long, and you guys can go watch them, and they break down everything that we talk about here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's where I'll start, and I'll be here often.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Best of luck. Guys, it's key to show up to the live streams. It's key. Would you do this work in Australia? Yeah, when I was in the Philippines, I closed on 2 properties in the United States. There's really not very much difference in being here than there. Ash, you wanted me to find you a deal today, huh?
Yes, yes.
Cool. So honestly, man, I think that you'll have a lot of luck lowballing really shitty houses in Zillow. So if we go to like a market like Detroit again, you can also do the creative finance stuff. But if you go to Detroit and you put them a max price point of $60,000 and you start hitting these guys with 60% of their asking price, you've pretty much got yourself a deal. So let's say you get this thing for probably 35K. That's a deal. Let's say you get this thing for like 20K. That's a deal, right? So, and I'm not doing any calculations in my head. These are just really shitty houses. And if you get virtually any of these at a steep discount, it's going to work. But yeah, that's exactly what I would do if I were you, Ash. Obviously, it's kind of late and it's hard for me to pull a deal in a single phone call, but this is the help that I'd be able to provide for you. Find a house that looks to be decent, offer them 60% of what they're asking, send it to my team. Somebody will pick it up. Make sense?
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Best of luck. All right, guys. I'm all done. Hopefully that was motivational. Hopefully it shows you that you can make this happen. I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel for you guys at the end of every single live stream. I spin the wheel. The wheel has all kinds of prizes on it. How do I join the Discord? You just click the link in my bio. It says join Hold My Hand Wholesale. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the wheel. Then we'll go ahead and spin it. All right, here we are, guys. This is my wheel. It's got all kinds of new prizes on it. We did refresh it. Let's give it a spin, see what it lands on. And today, what is that? Free one-on-one, free 30 minutes of Richard's time. Oh my goodness, what do we have for you today? Free one-on-one call. It's actually with Chris, but you can do it with me or Chris, either one. Okay, free one-on-one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a trivia question. Let's see, let's do random trivia generator.org. Okay, so I'm going to randomtriviagenerator.org, and the question is now in the chat. Did anybody happen to see it? And that is going to be Travis. Travis, that's a free 30-minute one-on-one for you. Good job, man. Travis, I'm going to go ahead and put you in my contacts as Travis free one-on-one. Let me know when you want to do it, okay? Tricked you guys.
That's good, Rich. Thank you.
Tricked you. You got to be locked in. You got to be locked in. I made it seem like I hadn't posted it. Travis, did you win a one-on-one another time?
I think I did, like 6 months ago.
Does
I
your
never
phone
cashed it,
number
but
end in 97?
yeah. That's me.
Perfect. Text me whenever you want to do it, okay?
Sounds good, Rich. Appreciate you.
All right. See you later. Guys, I'm heading out, but there's generally more live streams after this. And but yeah, if you want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, there's a link in my bio. Hold My Hand Wholesale. What is it? I just go live and I wholesale in front of people. That's it. There's courses in here. There's resources, all that sort of stuff that you could think of. But the main thing is for $20, I share my screen on my entire process and I take questions for 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. If you want to meet with me one-on-one, I've got a link in my bio for one-on-one phone calls. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. That's all I've got. Anyways, I'm heading out. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. YouTube, I'm heading out. Everybody else, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye. Link in bio.